Hi everyone, early as usual. Deb Lehigh coming to you from my studio, the Stampin' Hut. When you hop on, say hi. This is Scrapbooking Wednesday. I have a 2-page 12 by 12 to show you. Up early, so we'll give it a couple of minutes for everybody to catch up with us. It's pouring here, storming, so it's probably everywhere. So maybe a lot of yous won't be on because of that. I didn't know if I'd be on. Dealing with that ceiling upstairs. I did file the claim, so we're waiting on the from them now. I'll give it another 2 minutes and then we're going to get started. Trying to get my camera right without touching anything, because last time I touched something, I had to start over. Give it another 30 seconds. And we're going to dive right in. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Raining up there? All right, it's 8 o'clock. We're going to get started. I'm using the set Round We Go. This is on the last chance. Hi, Rosie. Welcome. Yes, it's scrapbooking night. But you could probably make cards off the same design that I do on my pages. I'll have to try that one night when I do a one page. I'll do a card to show you that you can altered it. We're using Round We Go, last chance item. It's was $20. It's $14 now. Guess it would help to put you down here. And the bundle is still available, which is $45 for the stamp set and the dies. Okay. I'm using Full Life DSP, and that is $12.50. This is still available. Oh, good. I'm glad you are. Yeah, it's been raining in here a good part of the day. It kind of slowed up now. All right, so we're going to get started. I'm going to bring in, you're going to need 2 pieces of 12 by 12 basic white. Okay. I'm using Lost Lagoon. No, Pretty Peacock. And this is 8.5 square, 8.5 by 8.5. And this one is 8.5 by 6.25. Okay. So I'm going to pull one aside and I'm going to bring in the bigger square. These two, you're going to use 2 6x6 designer series paper on the second page. So let me bring in my pieces here. And we'll separate them how I need them. I'm using the dies, the alphabet one, that's all one. Mini alphabet. Oh my gosh, I had it right here. There we go. Yes, the mini alphabet die. I'm using those letters there. And these are my flowers. I'm going to use some on there. And I need that one. And they go on my other page. And then the letters go on this page. So let me get the letters here so we don't lose them. I think I did lose something, but that's all right. Whoops, hold on, I dropped an A. Okay. All right, we're going to put that aside too. We're going to work on, I have 4 mats here for the pictures, and each of them are 4x4 square. Okay, they will go with that. What I did was I cut 3 6x6, and I cut them at 2.5, and then I cut them diagonal. Hi, Lou. Yes, it is Wednesday. I wasn't sure if I'd be on because it's been raining here, and I usually I get cut off or something. You guys buffer. I have a hard time when it's raining. I cut 4 different designer series paper, and we're just going to lay them out like this. And they're all 2.5 inch by 6. Okay. And you're just going to lay them like so. And put about the same amount of whiteness between them. I think I gotta move this up a little. And then we're gonna put them down, and we'll go from there. I think that's good like that. So I'm gonna get my liquid glue. You use whatever glue you have there. And we are gonna put our first piece down. And you're gonna butt it up against the edge over here, okay? I'm gonna turn it this way so I can put this one down. And we're gonna put about the same amount. Make sure it's up on the end, like so. And then you're just gonna start putting them down. once you get it started, it's pretty easy and you can pretty well get it centered. Go to the next one.
Yep.
The reason why I'm doing bottom, top, I can keep it pretty well even in between. And it wouldn't upset me if they're not even. And the last one. Okay. Looks pretty good on my end. Okay. Now we're going to bring in our 8.5 by 8.5, and that's going to get laid right on top. Okay. Whoops. I dropped something. Hold on a minute. It goes to my other page. Missing. Well, where it went? I'm missing a circle that goes onto my second page. I'll look for it then. Okay, so we're going to put this side down. Sorry about that. And you're going to put that in the middle. Like that. And I always hold it up to make sure it's straight. Now we're going to take Time to Celebrate, and that is from that Round We Go stamp set, okay? And that's going to get glued on the circles, which is from these two right here. This one and that one is there. So we're going to glue this down on here. Like so. And we're going to just slide this under here. Like so. That's why I didn't push this down. Alright, Time to Celebrate. Then I have these three flowers, which is actually the die that goes with that. This one here. I did this one and I did this one. Okay? So there's two different sizes. This is the big one and this is the smaller one. And we have small, big, and big. Okay. Now it's going to go up here. I'm going to put one here and one here. have one down here. With me so far? So I'm just going to put glue in the center. I'm just going to lay that down. That way you can slide pictures if you want underneath them. These will go on here, like so. These are your picture mats. So if you want to put pictures on there, they would be 3 3/4 inch squares. So we're going to lay them down. It's been a while since I did 2-page spread. And I thought, well, you know what? Why not? Just lining the top up with the bottom. Okay, now I have my letters here. And I forget what I wrote up here. Let me see. T-I-M-E. I know what I said. Okay. I'm going to put the time over here. Easier said than done. And then I have an I-T. And I lost my little apostrophe. It's, and then it's going to be party. P-A-R-T-Y. Okay. So I'm gonna, I got these on adhesive sheets. Just gotta peel them off, and I always have a hard time on camera. If I would be not filming, they would come off very easily. Alright. Whoops. T. S. I'll bring in my junior pop, and I'm just gonna put. I had it cut out, but I must have lost it when I dumped it. It'll show up. Okay. And then we're gonna write party time. It's party time. Well, Deb. T. A. R. T. Y. And we're going to do time. T. Oh, come on. Fingers. I. M. And then E. Okay. Now for the flowers, let me get my bling out. And we need some in the middle. And I think we need some of these. I'm going to use these are the dresses. Dressy. I have that up there. Never heard of it. We're going to put them right in the middle. Of my little flowers. There's page 1. Okay? Set that aside. Page 2. And I'm missing a center. You will need 12 by 12 basic white. This is 8.5 by 6. And then you need 2 pieces that are 6 by 6. One's going to go up there, one's going to go down there. So we can kind of put them a little closer to the edge, like so. This will go in the middle of them. Then you need 2 mats for your pictures. And these are 4 by 6s. They will go right like so. And then I did Hip Hip Parade. And that was going to go under here. And then the other one, I don't know what happened to that one. It fell. And I'm not going to waste my time. And I'm going to have to cut another one to show you what I did with that one. I'm looking on my table, but I don't see it. Okay, let me cut this out with my white. that didn't work. Gotta have the right setup. There we go. Okay. Got that now. And what I did was, I'm going to put this aside. I'm going to get my petunia pop and my little ruler, and I'm just going to draw lines. And this way you can write a message there if you like to journal. And I just went and I just moved my ruler down a little bit each time and just draw lines. And one more. Okay. That's all I did. So I don't lose this again. I'm going to put it on a while. And put this one on a while. I'll find that other one when I'm done. I know I will. Okay. Let's bring this back in, glue these down, and finish it all up. So we're just going to put glue on our 6x6 papers. It looks about the same. Top and side there. Bottom and side. We're going to take our 8.5 by 6. 6 1/4, I'm sorry. 8.5 by 6 1/4. That'll get laid in the middle. Before I put it down, this one's gonna go, slide this under here. And then we'll put it down. And then this one, I'm sorry, this one has to go under here. Oh yeah, we'll be able to put it this way. I'm gonna slide this one under here. Okay. That's all down. Bring in our 4x6s max for pictures. Get laid right here. Like so. Then we're going to bring in our flowers. And we're going to put 2 there. Okay, got them stuck. Can't get them. There we go. 1 here. And I'm going to put 1 over here. Again, just in the centers. And glue it down. These are very simple scrapbook pages and a good way to use up designer series paper if you have almost any kind, any color. Okay, we're going to get centers. More. And that's all that goes on that page. Let's bring them both in. So you can see them. Get some of this stuff out of my way here. Zoom out a little. There we go. So that is our 2-page spread tonight. I hope you enjoyed. Now, for cards, okay, not everybody does scrapbooking. You could take your 6x6 paper and cut them that way and put it on a card. So you can even use the circles here, the daisies. I call them daisies. I think they're just like, you could use them for fireworks. I've done that already. All right, guys. I will be back on Friday, and I'm thinking it will be with the Jar of Joy, which is a Christmas stamp set. It's bundles with the Sweet Jar, I think, bundle. But I was working on them. I'm going to do these two for sure. And I did those two. So, thanks, Linda. So I'm going to be showing that on Friday. So, if there's something you would like to see, if I have it, I'd be glad to show you. Create something for you. Just let me know. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. It's a horrible night. It's been raining here, storming. I did put a claim into my insurance company for my kitchen ceiling upstairs that collapsed on Sunday night last week. So that was a mess. I don't wish that on anybody. So just gotta wait for the insurance company. I did have a contractor come in and give me a quote, so sent all that to him, to the insurance company. So, okay, I will see you back here on my Friday at 8 o'clock. Thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate every one of you, and I will see you